Hey Trinity, let me show you a quick example or two here and see if this gets you started, and it might save you a trip in the morning. Okay, so if you're given this problem up at the top, you need to rewrite it vertically. So what I like to use this grid paper, and you can do this in Notability too, so that you have some nice boxes so that you line up your place value and you don't mix anything up. So I suggest using that if you can. Okay, so we're going to start with this 2.135. And I'm going to put one number per box. Okay, I'm going to times 1.3. When I do that, make sure that you're lining it up all the way to the right here. Okay, so I'm going to go 3, I'm going to kind of go backwards. So 1.3. And now I'm going to take this 3 and multiply by 5, by 3, by 1, and by 2. Okay, so 3 times 5 is 15. So I put the 5 down here, carry the 1. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. Carry the 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4, and 3 times 2 is 6. Now, I'm done with this 3, so I'm going to cross that out, but I also need to mark a 0 down below here to show that I'm done with my tenths and I'm moving over to my ones place. And now I'm going to take 1 times 5, which is 5, 1 times 3, which is 3, 1 times 1, which is 1, and 1 times 2, which is 2. And now I add these together going down. 5 plus 0 is 5, 0 plus 5 is 5, 4 plus 3 is 7, 6 plus 1 is 7, and 2. Now, when you're multiplying decimals, the last thing you need to do is figure out the placement of your decimal. And the way that works with multiplication is you count how many places you had after the decimal in the original problem, like to the right of the decimal, and then you need to make sure you have that many in your answer. So I always start from the right and work backwards. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go down to the bottom here and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where my decimal goes. So my answer for this one is 2.7755. Okay, let's try another one here. Now we're going to be multiplying two negatives, but the rules are just the same as they were last unit when you were multiplying integers. So I can already tell just by looking. I have a negative times a negative. My final answer will be positive. And you don't need to put the plus there, but that's just kind of your reminder that when you get your answer, you know it's going to be a positive one. And then the rest we set up just the same as the last one. So I always put the number with more digits on top. So I do 4.715. And then on the bottom, I'm going to line up now from the right and go 2, 4.3. And let's start multiplying. We're going to do 5 times 2, you get 10. 2 times 1 plus 1 is 3. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. We're done with our 2, but we need to put a 0 there to show that we're moving over now to the next decimal place. 4 times 5 is 20, carry the 2. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. 4 times 7 is 28, carry the 2. 4 times 4 is 16, 17, 18. Again, notice how I'm just doing one number per box so that I make sure I'm not making errors when I add them all up at the end. Now I'm done with my tenths place. I need to put 2 zeros here because I've crossed out 2 numbers. And now we're going over to our ones. All right, I'll pick another color here for you. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 1 plus 1 is 4. 3 times 7 is 21. And 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14. And now we need to add down each of our columns. And we get 0, 3, 15, 10, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 11, 4, 5, 6, and 1. Sorry, I'm going kind of fast here, but you can pause and rewind if you need to. Final step, we need to go back to our problem and count our decimal places in the original. Now, you can see on mine right here, I've got little dots all over the place from when I was doing my work. So I go right back up to the top here and I say, okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places after the decimal in the original problem, so I need to start at the end and move 5 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so our answer here, which we know now is a positive because we had a negative times a negative, is 16.1253. And I could put the 0, but it's not necessary because it's the trailing 0 after a decimal isn't really important. We used it to find where our decimal went, but then we can cut it off when we're all done. All right, so if this helps, great. If not, still come see me during Stride and we'll figure out when we can work together. All right, thanks. Bye.